Let's go now live to Kiev, the Ukrainian capital, where a very cold and chilled Tim Friend joins us. Now, Tim, we can see that the protesters are still there, but the question is, are they any closer to toppling President Yanukovych?
Well, that is the crucial question, but within the last hour or so, there appears to be some movement towards compromise, or at least an attempt at compromise. Three former presidents of Ukraine have suggested roundtable talks with themselves and President Yanukovych, the man that these protesters want to topple. Now, President Yanukovych seems to be in favour of that idea. Of course, we've all been waiting to hear what the opposition say. They by no means are one voice, but the first indications we've had come from Vitaly Klitschko, I'm terribly sorry, lost his name for a moment, boxing champion, who's also an opposition leader here. Now, he has said he might be in favour of talks, but they don't appear to be backing away from their original demand that President Yanukovych resigns, that there are fresh elections. But at least there appears to be a mood, at least, of compromise. And this was just an hour after we saw some riot police move into the square here just to emphasize their presence and their readiness when necessary, or when the government feels it's necessary, to attempt to remove the protesters.
Now, Tim, just aside from the politics, we're looking at pictures of the camp, of these protesters camping out. It looks like it's absolutely freezing there, as you can attest to it, of course. Are these protesters really coming out in droves, in thousands, to stand by what they believe in? It really reflects how strongly they feel.
Well, you're quite right to highlight the weather. I mean, the winter's well and truly started here, plunging temperatures. The protesters, it's a matter of survival for them in a way. You can imagine many of them have been living in tents for 2 weeks. They're determined not to give up, and perhaps this might have formed part of the tactics in the minds of the administration here, that if they could play the long game, as it were, the weather might well start to work in their favour. And one crucial meeting perhaps on Tuesday is when Catherine Ashton, who of course is the European Union's chief foreign envoy, is scheduled to be here. Now, if this mood of compromise can be carried forward to coincide with her arrival, she's got a growing reputation for bringing warring factions together. It's just possible that progress can be made towards ending this standoff.